David Moore was an American military officer who served in the Mexican-American War and the American Civil War. He attained the rank of brevet Brigadier General, United States Volunteers before leaving military service. Later he would serve as a member of the Missouri General Assembly. Early life. David Moore was born in Columbiana County, Ohio on July 3, 1817 to John and Sarah Moore. His father, John Moore, an Irish immigrant, served in the War of 1812 and moved to Ohio shortly thereafter. David had two siblings, a sister and a brother, plus several half-siblings from his widowed father's first marriage. At the age of 13, Moore moved to Wayne County, Ohio and became a carpenter's apprentice until he was 18. He continued in the trade until 1847 when he participated in the Mexican-American War as captain of an Ohio unit known as the Worcester Guards, which became Company E of the 3rd Ohio Infantry Regiment. After returning from the war, he moved to Missouri in 1850 and took up farming as an occupation as well as small-town merchant. The Civil War. At the outbreak of the war, Moore was living in the small northeast Missouri village of Wrightsville. It was there his friend Colonel William Bishop, on orders from General Nathaniel Leon, recruited him to organize a unit of Missouri Home Guards to protect the area from Confederate raiders. Dressed in his Mexican-American War uniform, David Moore rode into Alexandria, Missouri on June 24, 1861 to take the oath of loyalty to the Union. Given the rank of captain, he had handbills printed the same day inviting all who are willing to fight for their homes, their county, and the flag of our glorious Union to enlist, bringing their arms and ammunition. A sufficient number of men had been recruited from the Clark County, Missouri area within 2 weeks, and on July 4, 1861 in Cahokia they were officially organized as the 1st Northeast Missouri Home Guards, Moore being elected the unit's colonel. After the swearing-in and organization, Moore and about 500 men moved from Cahokia to the strategically important river port of Athens, Missouri. Also in Clark County and not far from the confluence of the Des Moines and Mississippi rivers, Moore established a training camp there as well as used it as a base of operations against area pro-Confederate bushwhackers in Missouri State Guard under Colonel Martin E. Greene. Athens also had the advantage of being across river from a Union Army supply depot at Croton, Iowa, and its railroad access. On July 21, 1861, Moore's troops, with assistance from Illinois and Iowa units, attacked the village of Etna in next-door Scotland County, Missouri, and drove off elements of MSG cavalry, then retreated back to fortified Athens. Battle of Athens. In response to the action of July 21, MSG Colonel Greene broke camp at his Fabius River training base and marched toward Athens, stopping long enough to rout a small home guard force at Edina, Knox County, Missouri on July 31, 1861. On August 5, 1861, Greene's force of 2,000 MSG, among them 2 of Moore's sons, with 3 cannon attacked Athens. Moore had something around 500 troops under his command, but they were better armed, with a recently arrived shipment of Springfield rifles. Despite being outnumbered 4-1, the pro-Union Home Guards were able to withstand the initial attack. Seeing the MSG faltering, Colonel Moore led a bayonet charge that sent the enemy scattering. Soon, reinforcements from Croton, Farmington, Iowa, and Keokuk, Iowa across the river to help complete the rout. Greene's men suffered losses estimated as anywhere between 30 and 50 dead and an unknown number of wounded, while the Home Guard reported only 3 dead and 20 wounded. Moore's forces also 450 horses, assorted small arms, and MSG cannons. The 21st Missouri, Colonel Moore's 1st Missouri Home Guards, along with Colonel Humphrey Woodyard's 2nd Missouri Home Guards, continued to pursue Confederate elements in the late summer and fall. After the Battle of Athens, on December 31, 1861, the two were combined to form the 21st Missouri Volunteer Infantry Regiment. The following March, after being augmented with further units from Iowa and Illinois, the unit was assigned to the command of General Ulysses S. Grant. On April 6, 1862, Moore was wounded while participating in the early actions of the Battle of Shiloh. While leading his men from the front, Moore was struck by 3 bullets. This caused the loss of his right leg below the knee, but after 3 months' recovery he would return to command in early July 1862. His return was fortuitous because the next month disgruntled members of the 21st made a half-hearted attempt at mutiny. Moore responded quickly and forcefully, arresting all and court-martialed the 6 ringleaders. All further thoughts of mutiny or mass desertion were quashed among the 21st soldiers. The 21st Missouri returned to heavy combat action in fall 1862, participating in the Battle of Iuka on September 19 and the Second Battle of Corinth on October 3–4. Moore and his regiment wrapped up the busy 1862 by participating in the first phase of General Grant's Vicksburg campaign in December. Nearly all of 1863 was spent in garrison duty, protecting Union supply lines and strategic towns like Columbus, Kentucky, and the Tennessee towns of Union City, Clinton, and Memphis. The year 1864 would see the men of the 21st once again assigned to hard fighting as they served in the 3rd Division of the Union 16th Corps, participating in the Meridian Expedition, Red River Campaign, and, especially, the Battle of Tupelo, where Moore and his men were noted for the fierce stand against the dismounted cavalry of Nathan Bedford Forrest. The regiment would also return home to Missouri briefly in 1864 in response to Price's raid, pursuing Confederate General Sterling Price across the Show-Me State and neighboring Arkansas. David Moore and the 21st would begin 1865 with Moore garrison duty, but the commander would not remain with them for long. Moore left the regiment in early February, almost 3 years to the day of its organization. On February 21, 1865, Moore was breveted to the rank of Brigadier General and set about organizing another regiment, the 51st Missouri. In May he assumed command of the 51st along with the 1st Military District of Missouri, based in St. Louis. The war now over, he remained in command until mustering out the service on August 31, 1865. Life after the military. General Moore returned to northeast Missouri following the war's conclusion and again set about engaging in farming activities and a mercantile business in Canton, Missouri. In 1869 he was again called to public service, being elected as a liberal Republican to a 4-year term representing Missouri's 12th district in the Missouri State Senate. Post-war, Moore was also quite active in the Grand Army of the Republic, and became a master mason. In addition to raising crops, David Moore was raising a second family after the war. His first wife, Pennsylvania native Diademia Moore, died in 1865 after bearing him 5 sons and a daughter, William W., Eugene, John C., Charles A., Thomas, and Frankie. As previously written, two of Moore's sons fought for the Missouri State Guard against him at Athens. David Moore's second wife, the widow May Carnegie of Union County, Kentucky, bore him three daughters, Katie, KTD, and Nellie, as well as brought two stepsons and four stepdaughters to the marriage. Moore continued to be somewhat active in Missouri Republican politics until his death on July 19, 1893. There are conflicting sources to his place of death, some claiming St. Louis, Missouri, while others listing it as Canton, Missouri. David Moore is buried in Forest Grove Cemetery in Canton, his gravesite marked by a simple military headstone.